next. Real quick, I have to touch on this story because it's something that happened. Bill Clinton, Rob. Yeah. Bill Clinton, you know, him and his wife have had an interesting week. It is funny when his lawyer's like, stop looking at that picture, give it back to me. And then Bill keeps texting. I don't know if you caught that or not.
Yeah.
It is so funny, Rob. What do you have here?
That was like smiling and nodding.
It was creepy. Didn't you guys find that creepy?
Are you kidding me? Of course it's creepy.
Oh, God.
You know, some of the answers he gave. Which ones do you have, Rob? You have quite a few of them?
Yes, I have asked why Epstein said that Bill Clinton liked them young. I have Bill Clinton talking about President Trump and if he was involved in anything improper with Epstein as well.
I guess one of the ones you can show that one. Did we show that last week or not yet?
No, we talked about it, but the clips did not get
Do you have the one when they're showing a picture of a girl and a lawyer takes it from him and then he takes it back?
I'll find that.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
Start with one of them right now so we can look at, because, you know, Hillary Clinton was definitely furious. But let's start off with Bill first.
I hate this, but because I don't believe I should inject anything. But I do not want to leave the impression, but since there was no follow-up question, the president never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in anything improper with regard to Epstein either. He just didn't. That's the truth. As I said earlier, the only conversation I had with President Trump about this was in the early 2000s. And I have no information that he did anything wrong. I just want it all out there. I want everybody to get it all out there and let everybody see where we are.
What do you think about that, Jeff?
Where do you start with all this stuff? Look, Clinton is Clinton, but is he being lawyerly here? You know, I didn't hear Jeffrey Epstein say he had anything. I mean, the context, Bill, right? The context. What were you doing? But I think the bigger question about all of this is, did they get anything out of him? Did they get anything out of Hillary? Did they get anything out of Bill? And I'm not sure that they did, which is why I think Hillary was upset. And not to defend Hillary here, but what she was upset about was the fact that Congressman Boebert leaked a photo, which... Why leak a photo if you're getting somewhere? It's to create sensationalism in the absence of finding something that you were looking for. So that's why, I mean, at the end of the day, is this another waste of our time? I mean, because look, the Clintons made a huge deal out of this. They were threatened to not show up to Congress. So it's like they had something to hide. Did Congress actually find out what they had to hide? And if they did, what is it? Because this is another one of those that looks like another dead end.
So I want to show you 3 clips. Rob, go to the first one. I send you 3 of them, and then we'll go to the next story. The first one is not this one. It's the other one where the girl pulled the lawyer to the left, swipes the paper. I text that one to you as well. I texted 3 clips to you.
Yeah.
Is this it? This is funny. Watch this. Watch this. He's smiling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. President, we have about 5 minutes remaining in the majority's first hour, so I just want to ask you some questions related to the crimes committed by
You can go to the next one about the painting, because the painting story is funny, and I'll tell you why this is funny. Go ahead.
Submitted to the record, we have a painting that seems to be of you, Mr. President, found in one of Jeffrey Epstein's residences, wearing a, I would categorize it as a famous blue dress worn by the White House intern, Monica Lewinsky. And I have this image here. This image is being passed around. So, Mr. President, we are looking at an image of a portrait that is looks to be you, Mr. President, in this blue dress. Can you describe this painting? And
he doesn't need to describe the painting. You just gave him a picture. What's your question?
My question is, are you familiar with this painting? Have you ever seen it in person?
I've never seen it in person.
Do you know why someone would paint this
Are you asking him to
Objection.
speculate?
That's calls for speculation. You can ask the artist.
And if I had known Jeffrey Epstein had this painting, it would have saved me this whole day.
It's funny with that blue painting. He says he hasn't seen it, right? Well, this is the tricky part. I had Michael Wolff on. Michael Wolff had been at Epstein's place interviewing him for 100 hours. And I asked Michael Wolff, Rob, if you go to minute
21:30.
There you go. Go to 21:30. I said, hey, what do you know about this painting? Did you ever see this painting in his place? Which, by the way, we know that the president has been to Epstein's. Rob, we know that president has been to Epstein's house multiple times, right?
According to the president, he said he's never been to the Zorro Ranch property.
Not the Zorro Ranch. I'm
He
talking about the
also said-
Manhattan one.
I'm not sure about the Manhattan.
Okay.
The only things I saw him talk about in the deposition was the island, which he claimed he was never to, and the the New Mexico ranch he claims he never went to.
Okay,
as well.
play this clip. Go for it.
Walked into this private residence. You know how they say that painting of President Bush and Clinton? Did you ever see those two paintings in the property?
I don't know the President Bush. I saw that one. It was in a little. It was basically in a closet off the main entrance.
Did you ever ask him why he has that? That's a very weird painting for you to have of a president in a dress in a painting, in a painting. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think it was a joke painting. At one point, I never saw that painting, so
okay.
I don't know where the Bush painting is from. I have seen the Clinton painting, and it was a joke. The nature of the joke.
You can pause.
Not exactly.
You got to keep in mind, Michael Wolff is not necessarily the biggest Trump fan himself, so he is a guy that is probably more Clinton than it is, but. To say that painting didn't exist, a lot of people know about that painting. Who knows whether he's seen it or not? We know what the painting means, the blue dress.
He did say it was in a closet.
He did say it's.
I mean, I'm no fan of the Clintons, but he did say it was in a closet.
Yeah, he said right next to a closet that you could see.
Okay.
If it wasn't a closet, then what is Michael Wolff doing in the closet?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bill kind of
that's
chuckle
even
when
a
he
little
saw
bit
the
more
painting?
concerning.
It kind of looked like he knew the painting, and it was like this is an inside joke between him and
Yeah.
Epstein. That's what I mean. That's the reaction I.
You know what the blue dress is?
Yeah,
It's Monica Lewinsky's
course.
dress. Yeah. So
that's why he was chuckling.
Yeah.
I mean,
and by the way,
whole thing was just-
even the lawyer was chuckling. The lawyer was chuckling like, I can't believe my client's such a big playboy, but I got to defend him here today. But then go to the Hillary one, and then we can move on with this because here's the amazing Hillary Clinton. Go ahead.
I have
There are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would like to
sakes.
understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was,
It doesn't
Excuse
matter.
me.
We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well,
I would like to take a break at this moment.
yeah,
and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
That's pretty
Go off
bad.
the record. Go off the record.
It's pretty bad on whose end?
That's pretty bad.
I-
For Bobart who posted that.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you do that?
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I'm with Hillary on that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's no reason to do
I
that.
always knew you were a big Hillary supporter. You gave me the vibe.
Come on, now you're
You know?
killing me here. No.
I mean, yeah,
But I mean,
I'm
you have,
forcing you to
have
support
to.
him.
You're forcing me to support her. No, the Republicans are forcing me to support
I agree.
her. That's
I
the
agree.
problem.
do this.
I agree. You can't do that.
If you
No.
want decorum and power, you need to corner the witness with this, and you need to avoid the sideshow, and this created a sideshow. I will say this: Clinton looked old.
Yeah.
Bill or Hillary?
It like
The handshake.
yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
looked older than I remember just from recent media and stuff. And it's really shocking because you remember he and Trump are exactly 2 months apart. Trump is in the middle of June. I think Clinton's middle of August or
You're
something.
right.
But I've heard that they were 2 months apart in age. But which one of them looks more vibrant right now?
It's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
even
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
It's not even close. There's a red thing that they're talking about with the president. There's still some stuff that's going on that they're
Sure.
talking about the president, but you're right. It's not even close to the energy. And by the way, imagine when have you gone a day or two that you haven't seen the president on the screen talking to somebody?
Yeah.
Every day. He
And
does
all
that.
hours of the day.
Yeah, all hours
and
of the
night.
day.
I'll
ahead.
go back to something that Jeff said, though. Like, why would they post that? Like, if they had something, they probably wouldn't be trying to cause that uproar. Maybe, maybe not. I think probably all of us, not to speak for everybody, but I think we're all pretty disappointed in how slow the government's been going through this Epstein stuff. Like, where's the arrest? Like, I think a lot of us maybe thought we knew what was in the Epstein files, but to see it confirmed, I mean, it's shocking how terrible it is. And so where are the arrests?
Where's the list?
Where's the action?
Where's the
However,
list?
I'm no attorney, obviously, but like these cases do take time to get built up. So I wouldn't jump to the conclusion that they didn't find anything. To your point, they did make a deal to show up, so that meant that they probably did have something there. Otherwise, why would they've asked for a deal? There is maybe something that came out. Maybe I'm hopeful here.
You know who's next? Lutnick is next.
Yeah.
And they want Melania and they want Trump.
voluntarily coming
He's
in.
voluntarily coming in, which is great. By the way, this is great. Do it. It's, you know.
It doesn't look good for him.
It doesn't look good for.
I'm a fan of Lutnick,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, it doesn't. When you come in multiple times saying nothing the one time, it's a bad look. And the constant smiling, like, what's the big deal? I think that's also a bigger thing that frustrates some people. For those of you guys that are watching this and you're tuning in, I got 2 more stories to do before we wrap up. Remember, this is the biggest request I have from you. 51% of you watch our podcast who are not subscribed to it. You just watch it, consume it regularly, but you haven't pressed that subscribe button. That's very important to us on the algorithm. If you enjoyed this last week, our team has done a great job, a lot of interviews, a lot of different shows. It's a cost. I don't take any money off the table. It's all being invested back into the company because of what vision we have long term. If you like what we do with PBD Podcast and the guests that we bring and the conversations that we have, smash that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot when you're doing that. So 51% of you enjoy watching it, but it would mean a lot to us if you press that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.